Alright everybody, we have the Fusion in the garage. So let's take a look at what we have here, because this is an intake kit from PHT, and I will leave the kit in the description down below. So we've got a seal here. Right here is going to be our pipe that's going to replace our little rubber hose right there. Okay, here's our little pipe. Very nice and chromy pipe. One of the main reasons why I got this one in particular is because it has the mounting spot for the map sensor, and this one is made for the car. And like, you can go to AutoZone and you can get the AutoZone intake kits or whatever, but if it's not designed for your car, it's not going to work with your car correctly, and that's just kind of how it goes. So I would make sure to get one that is made for the car. And if you have a Fusion and you're following along on my channel to see how this goes, this kit, we'll see at the end of the video if it's worth getting. So in this bag, we've got our hoses and our clamps and our blue accents to just kind of like all go with each other. It's blue and chrome. Over here, we've got the heat shield. This little heat shield essentially will keep one, water from getting close to it, and B, it will try to keep the heat out. A lot of cheaper kits leave these out. Like, there's a $40 kit, I think, that goes for this car, but it doesn't have one of these, and the filter itself also is nowhere as nice. So make sure that you're getting yourself a nice high-quality kit. Now, obviously, when I say that, this kit is no Steeda intake, and this is no engine intake that they make for these cars. But as far as I'm concerned, this one or the one made by CPT is going to give you almost the exact same performance gain as those other kits, because, well, there's not much to a cold air intake. And on an untuned motor, I would be surprised if you feel a difference at all. Here is our filter. Look at that thing. It is huge, but it looks so good. All right, that being said, let's get into installing this on the car. Let me get down in here. We're just gonna start unplugging stuff. There's our map sensor unplugged. I'm gonna put this back here so that way you remember where it's at. And we're gonna have to move this bracket piece over to our new intake as well. I wanted to stop the time lapse for just a second to kind of give some elaboration, because there isn't much documentation on this other than the instructions you get. There's not many videos on it out there, or there really isn't any at all. So you can see there's your throttle body right there, and there's a little bracket down here, this one right there, that you have to remove, and you've got your factory airbox right there as well. So you get all that removed. Now, the one that is interesting is this hose right here, which in reality is actually this hose. And it connects to the back of your valve cover and comes around right here and connects. Now, this clip right here, you have to cut this clip off, and then you're gonna connect this hose into that hose. You see what I'm saying right there? Finishing clamping everything up now. I'm going to clamp this back here, and then we're going to try to start it and see how it goes. We are going to go start it. Hopefully Everything goes to plan. Go turn the key. Oh! Oh! It sounds so cool. And it looks super good too. It has been about a month since I installed the intake. I know I should have had this video out way sooner, but I've been really busy. Actually today, I took the Fusion to its second car show, or its first car show in the state that it's in, kind of modified, and we got in the top 55, which is super awesome. This is the Fusion's first trophy. I'm super proud of it. Anyways, back to the intake. So you can see after a month, it has held up pretty well. I've added some more clamps in, and I would recommend doing so as well. Specifically this black cap right here. You don't want this coming off. So I went and bought some clamps and clamped that down. It does not come with enough clamps. I would also recommend clamping this, and my clamp has actually come loose for this right here. So I need to tighten that back down. And then I also clamped this hose together right here where we had to splice those together. As for performance, I saw a difference. It wasn't a big difference, but you could feel it a little bit. Probably look at about 10 horsepower. I think you'll see the bigger difference that if you plan on getting that SCT tune from Tuning by James with this car, having this intake, get it first before you do that, because you will see a difference whenever he tunes the car. I also took off the heat shielding up through here. I know you should leave it on so that it doesn't hurt your paint on the other side of the hood. This intake for $90-some, it cannot be beat. Like literally, this is an insane deal. So if you can pick one of these up, if you own one of these second gen Fusions, I highly recommend this kit. You know, you see everything this mounts in down here. I didn't really show that too much. And you got this bracket holding it up from the throttle body right there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps somebody out with installation, or if just trying to decide which intake to get, because honestly, I don't see too big of a difference other than looks between the engine one, Steeda one, and this one. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day and keep smiling.